you soon will know. And now, live from our Plush Studios in Noblesville, Indiana, the Indie Music Showcase.
And good evening, everybody. Jeff Monk's here alongside Dean Graveel. Dean, how are you today?
Doing great this evening, Jeff.
Great day we had today weather-wise, wasn't it?
It was beautiful except for the rain.
Yeah, well,
60 degrees, though.
60 degrees in late November, I'll take the rain. Doesn't bother me that much.
Little bit of wetness doesn't hurt anybody.
It was actually weather appropriate for tonight's show because, of course, the weather we experienced tonight, 60 degrees, that's probably about the average temperature in the area of the country where the featured artists today are from. I have family who live down in that area as well. I gave it away. It's down south because I said down. But I have family who lives down there, and I am well aware of the fact that through the winter they rarely get bad weather. If they do, it shuts down the city for a few days because, hey, let's face it, down south they don't know how to drive in ice and snow, things that we're used to here.
Yeah, and this is a big music city that these boys are from. So.
That's right. We don't want to give away all the secrets yet, though, okay? Let's keep that secret. Shh, don't say anything yet. But seriously, the Indie Showcase has been going good. Season 2 so far. Dean, our last show we had Mark on from Arms of Kismet.
Yes.
And he was a remarkable guest, and had a little conversation with him via email since the show, and I'm sure we'll be hearing from some of the artists that he works with on the other side of his business.
Yeah, he owns that Wampus Records.
Wampus, that's right. Not only is he a great singer-songwriter, entertainer all around, but a great guest on the showcase, and he also does own his own indie label, and what did he say? He has 50 different CDs already released from different acts, so I'm sure he'll be sending a lot of good talent our way as well for the showcase in the future.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, let's hope so. That'll be great. And, of course, let's just recap who we've had on so far since we're only into our, let me see, 1, 2, 3. This is our 4th show of the new season.
Yes, it is. We had 2 the first night.
2 the first night, which was Kelsey Page and Randy Galloway.
That's right.
And, I actually have had a lot of requests for both of those artists here over the last few days, so I think that we'll try to get 1 or 2 of their tracks on yet tonight, too.
Yeah, Randy's really getting the word out.
Randy really is. Yeah, he's a go-getter. He's a hustler. He really wants to make a name. He's doing the legwork that has to be done. In a big way. His efforts are really something to watch and be awed at the amount of effort the boy's putting into his career. And Kelsey, of course, she's a go-getter as well, 14-year-old girl out of Dallas, Texas. Then after that, we had Isaac Johnson on from California.
He's already having big shows and is starting out pretty big.
Yeah,
pretty surprising.
Great venues he's playing at.
House of Blues and the Viper Room.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't get much better than that for a guy that's only, what did he say, 3 years into his career?
Yeah, 25 years old.
Yeah.
Right out of college, studied guitar. So
just amazing. And then in fact, that was the little funny bit of that show is when he started getting his big, nice gigs at these great venues, his parents kind of backed off. What did you ever get a degree in guitar for? And of course now they can see that he's doing pretty well with it, and they're quite pleased with it. And then of course Mark was a great wrap up for show number 4. We could have talked to him for hours.
Yeah, he had a lot of things to say, a lot of things to help out the independent musician since he's an insider.
Not only that, he's actually closer to our age than most anybody we've ever spoken with. So it was actually kind of
they're getting older. These guys, they might be older than we are. I doubt it though.
No, these fellas tonight are young and still. They're young and still. Well, let's quit beating around the bush here, Dino. The next featured act here on the Indie Showcase is a group who hails out of the Austin, Texas area.
Yeah.
I believe 2 of the members of the band actually live in Austin. Pardon me, is lead guitarist Billy Hummel. He actually is in Lake Travis, which is just outside of Austin. But the 3 members of the band are Billy Hummel on lead guitar, Manuel Chapa III, percussion, and Kyle Conrey on rhythm guitar. Now, there are other folks in the band as well, and, rather than search around here for more information, we just like to bring them up and talk to them, play a little bit of the music, and listeners, remember that this is your opportunity to listen in and give us some feedback, give the band some feedback as well. Feel free to call the studio, chat with the band members, that phone number 317-776-4130. We'll put you on the air. You can tell the next band, 20afterfour is the name of the band, what you think of their music, what you think of them. If you're already a fan, definitely give them a shout out and let them know that you enjoy their stuff. If you're not a fan and you like what you hear, definitely call, let us know, let them know as well. And that's what we're all about here. Positive comments are always appreciated. And certainly you are free to instant message if you're of the computer age and nothing but a computer geek and don't know how to talk on the telephone, or you don't have a long-distance plan at home. Hey, that's fine. You can send us an IM on AOL's Instant Messenger service. Our screen name is Monks Media. That's MONKSMEDIA. Drop us a note, drop us a line, let us know, give us a call, talk to the band. That's what the Indie Showcase is all about. And be sure, if you do like 20 After 4, that after the show, you start to request them, because that's how they get more airtime. That's how they get more plays on the station here and through the showcase, is by your requests. So it's very important to keep those requests coming. If you like this band or any of the bands we feature, definitely let us know via request. Those go to the Instant Messenger address or to the on-air number we gave out just a minute ago, 317-776-4130. And we'll be glad to play all requests that come in for the Indie Showcase. So we're going to go ahead and try to bring these fellas up here. 20 After 4, are you with us?
Sure am.
Okay, there I've got somebody. Who do we have here, Billy?
This is Billy.
Hey, Billy. How's it going tonight?
Kyle's here. And
Kyle's here.
how's it going? This is Manuel.
Manuel.
So I guess you got all three of us in.
They're all here. Let's talk about your band, guys. I apologize. I'm going to try to bring in a bit clearer here. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. Hold on.
Okay.
There, that sounds a little bit better. Okay, we chatted with you guys here for probably the last couple of weeks, Billy.
Yeah, we sure have.
And we've done that chatting just like the computer geeks I picked on a minute ago during the show opening. But you had something that I rarely see with independent musicians that attracted me to bringing you guys on so early in the season.
Right.
And let me tell you what that is, and don't take this the wrong way.
Sure.
It was your ability to keep pushing yourself. You remember we mentioned a minute ago about Randy Galloway, Dean. Randy was on the first show. He's actually not really played any real gigs yet. His music's great. He does a great job, but he's pushing himself, promoting himself, and really trying to move his career forward. And it was that persistence that you demonstrated early on, just after finding out about us. I mean, you instantly had an EP out to us, you had some bio information out to us, and you kept in touch with us and really kept nudging us along. Hey, let us know when you want us. We're there. And that's what I really like to see, because there's too many lazy musicians out there these days.
Yeah, artists, it's easy to sit back and do your work and not put it out there.
That's right. You have to be out there and in your face to really move your career along.
What, Jeff, do you mind this is Kyle, do you mind if I would say one thing about that?
Oh, please, jump in.
One thing about, in artists these days is they have to, try to encompass everything they can, every single possible medium that they can. And, as far as, internet radio goes, and stuff like this, I mean, this is like a new foreground. It's kind of like uncharted territory. I mean, a lot of people haven't really gone out and done this. I mean, it's something kind of new that's open to everybody. And, I think it's a great possibility, for everybody involved to try to do whatever they can. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's good, to get the music out the way you can, just by, pushing it and talking to, a bunch of people, as much as you can, to tell them who you are and, what you do, to try to keep yourself going,
Now, did you gentlemen, do you get out there and do shows?
Yeah, we have quite a bit. We mainly do a lot of open mics. We played, there's a restaurant bar grill out here by the lake that's called Carlos and Charlie's, and we played there quite a bit. We've done a place called Pooey's Hilltop, and there's another place called Aunt Tilly's Bar and Grill, and they're mainly just kind of lake restaurants around in my area, pretty much, that we've been getting out, playing quite a bit.
Do you play a lot in Austin, or?
As far as Austin goes, not a whole lot. I mean, people think of Austin, they think of 6th Street or like downtown, that area. No, we haven't done that, and we have our reasons for for not doing that.
Now being a all instrumental group, basically no vocals, how do folks that just happen by you while you're playing out, what do they think of that? Do they? Because it's really uncommon now these days.
Well, I can give you a prime example if you're willing. We did a show not too long ago when we got there and played through half our first set, and my girlfriend noticed it was a new venue, people that had never seen us before, but my girlfriend noticed that nobody went up to the bar to go buy a beer the whole time we were playing.
Oh, that's a good sign.
So,
they're listening.
I mean, that right there, tells you, what trying to do. Like it's capturing the audience.
True. See, now if that was me up there performing, fellas, I'd be afraid that maybe I was performing to the AA or something. But you guys looked at that the right way, which was good. No, I mean, that's great. That definitely is a good sign. Now, you had mentioned you guys have your own reasons for not playing in Austin. I'm very familiar with the 6th Street area. I love it, to be real honest with you. What are those reasons that you've chosen not to play or try to play in that area?
Oh, basically, we've just kind of settled on doing it out here because we were doing a lot of summer gigs, and there's a lot of people that come out to the lake during the summertime, and it's good to catch the crowd out here so far. But and then we actually just picked up a new bass player lately, and so we're still kind of working on some new material to try to get done so we can do some winter gigs actually in town. We're still kind of working on that,
Now, your new bass player, his name is Kyle as well, isn't it?
Yes, the new bass player's name is Kyle as well.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, great. Is he there tonight as well?
No, he's out of town for Thanksgiving.
All right, very good.
Hasn't made it back yet.
All right. Well, hopefully he's not out in the Plains states where the snowstorm hit.
Yeah, I'm not real sure actually where he went. So I'm not real sure.
Now, does Billy write, or is this Billy on the phone?
Yes, it is.
All right, Billy. Do you write most of the music for the band, or does everybody sit down and have their hand in it?
Well, I'll come up with the ideas. Once I get, we'll end up, pretty much collaborating on all, what I got. Then we'll take stuff from, my guitar player Kyle and my original bass player. He helped out write pretty much this LP. And his name was Joel Silva. And we just kind of, once we get something in our head, our idea, we'll just kind of collaborate and try to make it up, as we go. Pretty much kind of, a jam band type style.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jeff, what do we got the first song you have up for?
Well, it's interesting. You mentioned, you talked about Billy being the main writer, we thought, anyway, behind the band. Billy, you also have released some tracks on your own as well.
Yes, I have. I've probably put out about 4, I guess, CDs in the past maybe 3 years.
Uh-huh.
And they're listed on my other website, which is on MySpace. And, you can find that through the main 20afterfour site.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just pretty much, have a home studio here, and I'll just, something will pop in my head, and I'll just start recording and go from there, and do, add to it later or whatnot, just kind of keep them as rough drafts until I can finish them.
Now, speaking of yourself and your own recording studio, it's just when looking at the band profiles, you look like a country boy there, Billy.
Yeah. I wouldn't say don't let the hat fool you and all, but I'm just a good old Texas boy. I've just always enjoyed playing pretty much old rock and stuff like that.
That's what I say, Jeff. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
That's right.
Exactly.
Now, why did you decide not to have vocals in your music? What?
Well, we've tried out different singers and songwriters in the past, and just nothing ever sounded good with our music. So we pretty much decided to go with the old, I would say, Pink Floyd days. With the having the lights in the background. We do like a lot of stage lighting and stuff like that.
Have the people focus more on the music than the singer.
Okay.
I think it's
well, that's an that's interesting. Because it's really uncommon nowadays to hear just an instrumental band. There's not too many out there.
Yeah, don't think we're getting hung up on it. It's just it is very unusual for us as well.
Yeah, it's real uncommon.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to push. That's probably one of the reasons we don't play on 6th Street, because we don't have a singer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
is that something that you're looking at changing, or are you just going to keep going the way you are?
No, I don't think not necessarily. I mean, we are working on new material and are looking for a singer, but the music we have put out, we kind of figure we're not going to try to put a singer to that, just keep it instrumental.
And that's really what it is at this point anyway. But you do have titles for each of the tracks as well.
Yes.
So maybe we should talk about track 1 on your CD, guys.
All right, sounds good.
Tell me what track 1's about.
Track 1 is Chemtrail. co-written by these guys, Billy Hummel and Manuel Chapa. They lay down the percussion and the original guitar work and stuff like that to it. And then over the time it developed, and I joined the band, and come September we got a really good recording of everything. So that's what you're going to be hearing is the live recording of what we did, which is going to be our EP that we're trying to release called Chemtrail.
Right, and this was recorded where?
It was recorded at the Compound Studios out here at Lake Travis.
Okay, awesome. We're going to go ahead and throw that one on now. This is Chemtrail with 20 After 4. We'll be back with the band members in a few minutes. Until then, have a listen to track number 1 of their new EP. This is Chemtrails with, the 20 After 4 band on the Indie Music Showcase.
I can barely hear it. I'm not there.
While listening to the Monks Media Radio Network stations, please take the time to drop us a message in our online guest book. It is important that we hear from you, letting us know how we are doing. Good, bad, or indifferent, all comments are welcomed. We welcome your programming suggestions and news items regarding your school, church organization, or items of interest. Our desire is to continue to grow with the community and to become an active member of your neighborhood. Email us at admin@monksmedia.com so we may privately reply. Hamilton County Sheriff Doug Carter wants to remind students that the decisions you make today can affect the rest of your life. So make the smart choices. Be true to yourself and don't let others persuade you into making wrong decisions. Do the right thing. Stay in school, respect yourself and others, and always try to make the right decision. This message brought to you by Hamilton County Sheriff Doug Carter.
And now, back to the Indie Music Showcase, only on the Monks Media Radio Network.
And welcome back, folks. Jeff here alongside Dean in studio. Whoa, there we go. That was our boys in Texas. Are you there, fellas?
Yes, we are.
Okay, how'd you like that scream in your ear?
Wasn't too bad.
See, during the break we tried to make some adjustments, and we'll continue to do that on the fly here so we don't deafen you, but yet allow you to hear a bit better. Still okay there, guys?
Yes.
No, thank you. We appreciate it. You've done a great job so far.
All right, super. Anyway, fellas, that music we just heard, that is essentially the title track of this EP, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and you recorded this when?
Oh, I'd say we did it over probably
back in September.
Yeah, back in September, late
like mid-September.
Okay.
And the name of the song, where does that fit in with the song? The chemtrail.
Well, pretty much, I guess, talking about, I guess the planes that fly in the sky that, leave trails behind them and stuff like that,
Chemical waste that's left in the sky is what a chemtrail is, from what I understand.
That's it.
I've not heard that term. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
Have you seen that before? Like, seen the pictures in the sky?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I always called those contrails. But so basically the exhaust. So are you all like environmental type folks, or is that?
I think as far as all of our backgrounds growing up, being a lot of us have been out in the country most of our lives. We've had the experience with growing up and raising livestock, or done this or done that. If there's something that brings you, when you see something in the sky like that, and it's devastating, ecologically and environmentally. So I think, yes, politically, as you might say, yes, we are trying to take that stand.
Okay, well, you're not activists though, or anything like that. It's just
no, we're not like part of any animal groups or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Well, Austin is quite a cosmopolitan city. They've got groups that are standing for or against so many things. So I didn't know. I was just kind of asking the question there, because I know down in Austin I see all sorts of people that stand for all sorts of things and against all sorts of things. So.
Sure.
But Dean, what did you hear in that song? What kind of sounds were you hearing?
Well, to be honest, Billy's got his own style of guitar. I was going to ask him. It sounds like he likes Stevie Ray Vaughan, probably. And
yeah, that's a big influence. I'd say that. And, Jimi Hendrix.
Yes.
Clapton, and the Who. Pretty much every real good musician back the 60s, late 60s, early 70s.
And when we first listened to your band, I said there's a lot of Yngwie Malmsteen in there. And I don't know if you guys listen to that. I mean, I don't listen to a lot myself.
He kind of plays the guitar with the scallop frets, right?
Exactly. Yes.
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 I've heard of this man.
Now you need to go on his site and then listen, and then you say, "Oh yeah, we do kind of sound a little like that," or the guitar does actually. The percussion is, I'd say, it's got that southern rock sound.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you're shooting for, but
that's what I'm playing along with my guitar player. He's got that southern rock feel, so I try to do the southern rock with him just a little bit harder.
Yeah.
A lot more feels going in there.
And how long you guys been playing? Personally, just when did you guys each start out?
Well, me and Billy actually started together when we were 19, 20, doing Deftones and nail bomb in his garage, and we always talked about starting a group. It really didn't happen until maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And where are you guys
up there, visiting with him, doing acoustic guitar, playing on bottles. That's actually how Chemtrail came along.
And how old are you guys now?
Well, I'm 31.
Yeah, I'm 29.
Okay, so you've been playing then for 10, 11 years now.
No.
Yeah, together.
Yeah, together we have.
Yeah, I've been playing about 18 years on my own.
Really?
Started when I was about 10.
Got that first guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Billy, you started playing when you were 10. What about the other fellas? When did you all start playing?
I started at 10-2 in high school doing the whole marching band.
Hey, that's a good foundation.
Yeah.
Especially for a drummer, man. Drummer's got to be, he's got to have good rhythm and good timing.
Yeah, I actually started playing.
I gotta say, it's very unfortunate. Not enough people get around playing the drums when they're 10 years old. Because when you're this old and you're trying to find a drummer, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It is,
but luckily we found a good one. You know, this guy's badass.
Yeah, especially one you've been playing with for so long.
No doubt.
And most guys don't know the drum is one of the most important members of the band.
Yeah, the backbone, I would say.
If the drummer's off, the whole band sounds off. So
that's right.
Yeah. You know, and I'm going to embarrass Dean now. The last show I went to that Dean played in, he wasn't in the group, but a guest singer for a couple of songs, and boy, that band could not get the timing down that night. A month earlier, I saw them and they were spot on, and then that night, man, I'll tell you what,
it's a drummer.
Yeah, the drummer.
More like you can thank the drummer for that one. You know,
oh, yeah.
Probably drinking that night.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dean came off the stage and looked at me and he says, "My God."
Yeah, it's tough if you don't have a solid drummer that you can trust to basically hit the beats at the right time. You're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically the backbone of the song, you know, or your music.
Especially if you're instrumentalists, because
right, we all feed off each other.
Exactly.
But the majority is the drummer.
True.
Now, how about the rhythm guitarist, Kyle? Now, do you play rhythm guitar on electric guitar?
Actually, it was kind of interesting the way that I got involved in this band. I actually been doing singer-songwriter type stuff on my own, just trying to do it as a hobby, just trying to get songs together, as more of like an emotional vent, just to kind of get that going. And I, been playing for a long time, got involved in music, a couple of years ago, and got involved with these guys, and I was like, I've been wanting to play in a rock band. And it's worked out perfectly where, I just came in and started throwing down some rhythm licks, and it turned out all right. Everybody was pleased with what was going on, and it was more of an accompaniment, than anything, but we haven't worked on a whole lot of new original tracks since I joined the band, but at the same time, like, what we have laid down and the new recordings and stuff like that have come out very productive. So.
Let's talk about, you had mentioned that it was more of a, I think you said emotional vent was the term you used.
Well, sure. I think anybody who's an artist, whether you paint or sculpt or play guitar or play the flute, you do it for a reason, and it gives you that emotional out. It gives you a place where you can go.
The reason I ask, your music, it has emotion to it. I don't want to say it's angry music, but it's kind of semi, rough. It's hard, but it's not. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah, it's raw.
Yeah, he's got the it's kind of in between heavy metal and.
To make your head bang.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's got some emotion to it, Dean. Is what I'm saying. Basically, you can feel it when they're playing.
And we listened to some of Billy's tracks that he did by himself, and they're quite the opposite. They're real mellow and relaxed.
A bit more laid back. Yeah.
So
I have a completely different style with my music on my solo stuff than I would
his alter ego.
Yeah,
really.
so Billy, how long have you been bipolar?
I'm not sure.
Wait, are you asking Billy or Manuel or me or?
I think they're asking me.
Could be any one of you.
I'm not real sure. I just enjoy playing different styles.
Well, that's one thing about musicians in general. Like you can do a great song. But it's so much relief to do like something on the other side, do something a little more calm, to do something, not as hard edged,
Mm-hmm.
It's not, this is who I am as an artist, it's like as an artist you're always trying to expand on the who and what you are, so you don't want to, keep yourself in that little cave of, what is, this is what I am. Like, well, you got to keep branching out so you expand on what you actually are.
Okay. Now, your long-term goals as a group, fellas. I mean, your quote on your MySpace page is "Keep on keeping on." I mean, where do you anticipate ending up by continuing to keep on keeping on? I mean, do you have a long-term vision? Do you have a long-term goal that you're striving for, or are you just getting together and having fun with this?
Yeah, man, you want to take that?
Well, I think we all have a real strong strive in our music, and we really enjoy what we're doing. And the whole thing about where we end up is, as long as we're still playing music, it doesn't matter. People are still loving us and listening to our music.
Okay. So no real dreams of stardom unless it happens?
Of course, everybody wants stardom, but it's always the problems that come along with the stardom. That's what we're worried about.
Sure.
We're all about the music. We
Yeah.
want people to enjoy our music and to say, yeah, 20 After 4 is a great musical band.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does 20 After 4 have a manager or a promotion agent that gets you guys out there in venues to play?
It's mainly us pushing ourselves to go and play, pushing out our CDs, burning them here at the house, making our own covers, taking them out, handing them out.
Mm-hmm. Is that
Pretty much doing all your stuff, you know.
Yeah, you find it pretty tough to handle it all by yourselves, or getting out there as much as you want?
No, that's what we want. That's why we're doing it.
Well,
The
that's
job
right.
is someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay them either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, have somebody else do what you can do.
Now, usually on this show, we try to have the bands do something live, and I don't know if do you have your guitars and drums there? Or?
We do. You might have to give us a minute or two just to get everything.
Well, we might do that after the next song. We might
Sure, we can probably do that.
have you do something live.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would really be cool. Your songs all have names, as we said, and
Right.
I'm just going to go ahead and pick on you guys because there's one here called "Piss on You."
That's a great one, actually.
Yeah.
It is.
It sounds great.
It is.
I have to learn about the title though. You wrote that for a reason.
We sure did.
Actually, that came out of me, the name of that song.
Yeah, I would say so.
It just sounded like a great anger song, a great just piss on you.
Getting your aggressions out,
Yeah.
I guess.
We've all used the term, I'm certain. But
Well, yeah. Just something you're kind of mad at, or just wanting to get rid of. I'm sure,
Mm-hmm. Real good.
Hello.
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 That was interesting.
What was that? Was
I
that a
have no
caller?
idea. I don't know if was that coming from y'all's end?
That's like
No.
one of MySpace things.
No, it didn't come from our end at all.
I think those gremlins are out here.
They got a header like that on MySpace.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's when I closed something or something. I don't know. That's kind of
Yeah, they
strange.
got those little talking smiley faces.
Ah, interesting. I don't know where that came from, fellas. If it was on my end, I apologize. It was unintentional.
it was comical though.
Hello.
Hello.
Is that happening again?
No, we were just making fun of it.
Man, that's got me a little bit weirded out here now. Okay, but I apologize to you folks. I've been looking for your track that you had sent in, and I finally did get the track. It came in and it was on the desk, and it's not been uploaded yet. So I'm kind of winging it here and trying to play directly from CD while talking to you all. So it takes me a little while longer than I would typically take. And also wanted to throw on some of Billy's stuff as well.
All right.
So let's talk about the rest of your EP here. You've got, I believe it's 6 tracks on it?
Yeah, I believe there's 6 total. There's a hidden song that we put on there.
Unnamed tracks, actually private
It's
songs.
no longer hidden though.
Yeah, I noticed you have 2 hidden tracks on your site, but yet everything was named here.
Well, the thing about the hidden tracks on the side is there's 1 and 2 because the files were too big, so we had to
cut
them in half and separate them into
Right.
track 1.
And that's track
2.
5 here, I believe, right?
Yeah, so it cuts off during a feedback session of the first.
All
cut.
Right. Yeah,
And it picks back up in the second one.
Yeah, they only allow you 6 minutes of time on their site, and it's a 13-minute song. So we have to split it in half.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
So that is like some of the Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin songs.
Right. Taking a long drawn out.
Well,
Yeah.
The great thing about this recording, that what we did is it all came together very magically, and everything worked out perfectly. So at the very end, when we started playing that last song, we're like, you know what, this feels good, and we never really played it before. And then we just kept going with it, and we just ripped it out. And next thing you know, it's a 13, 14-minute song. You know, so after the end of it, it was like you can put your guitar down, you can put your drumsticks down, and you can, hang your head high because you're like, damn, that was good, and it felt good,
Very good, very good. We're going to go ahead and throw on track 2 and 3 here, fellas, if you could stand by
Okay.
and play that for the audience. And folks, be sure to let us know.
Set Up and Inspire.
Say again, please.
The song is Set Up, the Setup, and to Inspire.
Okay, very good. And that's by 20 After 4. We come back, fellas. We want to chat a little bit about your band name too.
Yeah, really. That's 20 After 4.
Yeah.
We'll chat about that when we come back. You're listening to our special featured artist tonight. This is 20 After 4 here on the Indie Music Showcase on the Monks Media Radio Network. Tracks 2 and 3 of their new EP coming on next here on the Indie Music Showcase.
Hi, this is Bill Priestley, owner of Rhapsody Productions. I hope you're enjoying the new website we put together for the Monks Media Radio Network. Now, we'd like to offer our media production services to you. We know that digital media production can give you that polished look and feel of a professional product. We also know that it can be expensive. Rhapsody Productions is here to give you digital media production at lower costs with the same attention to custom-made products. Maybe you're a business that needs a website. Maybe you're a dance teacher or cheerleader that wants to make that really professional music track for your routine. Maybe you're someone who wants to have an old photo restored. If you wanted to do these projects yourself, it would be tough to buy equipment that you might only use once. We've got the talent and experience to give you the custom-made products that you want at prices that you can afford. Rhapsody Productions. Find us on the web at www.rhapsodyprod.com. That's RHASODYPROD.com.
The place with the most music variety. Most music variety.
For Noblesville, Carmel, Fisher, Cicero, all points in between. It's NoblesvilleRadio.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
This is Jonathan George with J&J Popstars, and we love Monks Media Radio Station and the Indie Music Showcase. Love is a booger, so you better not pick it. It only grows when it's in your nose. Handful of snot, and you know you missed it. You lose your finger when you dig too far. That's it. I've got kids in Europe, in France, and Germany. They're singing this song, and I've got people all over the world, and it's like the first thing when they see me, they run up and sing that song. That's everybody's theme song when it comes to me.
Coming to you live from the Noblesville Square, this is the Monks Media Radio Network.
And now, back to the Indie Music Showcase, only on the Monks Media Radio Network.
And we are back here on the Indie Music Showcase, live from downtown Noblesville, Indiana, from our plush studios overlooking the courthouse. Dean, these guys sound great. We were talking off air here as they were setting up to give us a bit live. Are you there, Billy?
Yeah, I am.
All right, great. I'm sorry about that. We're going to have to get that fixed after this show because that's just a little irritating for me. But anyway, we were chatting during the break here, and actually, your music, it has a good sound to it, to the point where I had mentioned to Dean, it kind of puts me in mind of the type of music you'd hear as a background for like a movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got, it kind of put me in mind of a little bit of music from Kill Bill.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a little bit of anger, a little bit of anger management, a little bit of little bit of good sounds too. Now, you guys were setting up there to do something live for us, right?
Yeah, we sure were.
Okay, and we gave it a quick sound check off air, and I think it sounded pretty good.
Okay.
What are you going to give us here? Is this just a jam session, guys, or are you going to play one of your tracks that we've not played yet?
Oh man, what's it going to be? Sure. Guess we'll try to do one of the tracks off that EP is Hell or High Water.
Okay, awesome.
And we're going to try to do it acoustically. And it's going to be hard for us to do without the bassist because he usually lays down the track, but he's no longer with us, so we're going to take it away.
All right.
Yeah.
Go get it, guys. This is 20 After 4 here on the Indie Music Showcase. A little live lick for you here from down there in Lake Travis, Austin area, and this is 20 After 4.
Okay, that was Hell or Hot Water acoustic.
Great job, guys. Great job. You know, coming over the phone line like that, it takes some culottes to be able to do that because you never know what it's going to sound like. And it sounded okay. I think that the levels were going to be a little bit low on the broadcast from our end, but that's our fault. You sounded great in our headphones. We were able to bring those up without creating feedback situation, but it did sound good, and we enjoyed that. We appreciate you doing that for us.
No problem.
Let me just wrap up the show here tonight by asking you guys a couple other more general questions. I mean, you do list under your appearances coming to a venue near you soon, and you had mentioned earlier